Yeah. That's us. Kennedy Lucas. Morning on the mic, fresh page, fresh aim, small step, big shift, same heart, new game. From the low road talk to the crown on top. You don't wait for grace, you make it pop. Hands up, mind clear, feel that spark near. Every setback turns when the vision's here. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. We rise, we rise. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. Open up the sky. Hey. Keep it moving, keep it bright. Turn the heavy into light. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. We rise, we rise. Pocket full of plans and a fearless grin. If the door stays shut, we gon' knock again. Little voices quit, big voices go. Turn a doubt to dust, let the whole world know. Hands up, mind clear, feel that spark near. Every setback turns when the vision's here. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. We rise, we rise. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. Open up the sky. Keep it moving, keep it bright. Turn the heavy into light. Kennedy Lucas lift mindset. We rise.
All right, pod in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boy howdy, let me tell y'all something. We get it in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast here today. This is, if you know, you know, with the fresh cut Kennedy up in the cameras. This is the Kennedy Lucas Lift Mindset podcast. So let me tell y'all something. We are glad to be back with this podcast episode. Yes. It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. We've been doing our thing. We have a lot of great stuff going on. What happened was me and Evelyn, our last 2 episodes of the season is coming up. We are going to get ready and plan for a new season. New season is coming and we got a new podcast set. So that show is going to be blowing up in a big way with our new set. So I cannot wait for that as well. Ned McCain's going really, really well. By the time and the episode, we're on a fixed schedule, but I'm going to be in the show. Not only that I created and wrote the show, Ned McCain, but I'm going to be playing the character of Courtney Acer. Courtney Acer is the guy that owns a subsidiary that owns the company that Marcus, Travis, and Ned work under. So that's going to be baller. We're switching the show up a little bit. Y'all thought it was just going to be all romance. There's some romance in the show for sure, but there's going to be some espionage. There's going to be some scandal in the show because that's what makes the show juicy, right? So we got that coming, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee Talk in the evening coming this week as well. So like I say, I thank you guys for your patience. I love you guys. And this is a hot start to the podcast. I do have a juicy conversation that I think I'm going to save it when I get to the free weights. To do that episode. I always say to my fellas, when you are working out, it's good to work out them legs. My legs are burning right now, but you guys see it. Ooh, y'all see it. So I like to be transparent with my viewers. I am on a supplement that was sort of okayed by my doctor. I didn't have any episode yet, knock on wood, knock on metal, but I've been seeing on social media about creatine. So I was skeptical about creatine at first. I didn't want to take it because I was scared that it was going to give me some weird episodes, some weird reaction to it. But yes, I am on creatine. It's not illegal to take creatine. What creatine does, ladies and gentlemen, it is a supplement that you can take. And it helps you recover your muscles faster, and it helps you gain the muscles that you're looking for, and it helps give you the energy that you are needed. So I take a scoop with some water after my workout, each workout that I do, and as based off the camera, if the camera's doing it justice, I think it's working, right? Because I'm getting bigger, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting healthier. My recovery time is faster. I'm able to push myself to the limit and not get so tired out. So we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna see how far I can go with it, you know. I do say to a lot of people that's viewing what I'm talking about, please consult your doctor first before you do creatine. Don't just take creatine because of what you see on social media. Consult with your doctor first before you do that, because you never know if you're gonna have an episode. You never know when it's going to be really, really good. So, or it's gonna be really bad for you if you don't know. So consult your doctor first before you get into it. I think it's working. My arms look bigger. My legs, they're burning right now, but they are getting a little bit stronger. Oh, and rest and recover. That's the most important thing. So I got a great topic that I'm going to talk to you guys about in a minute. It's a great conversation, great topic. Shout out to my dad, because I'm dedicating this episode to my dad. Me and my dad, we talked for an hour yesterday. And I say to a lot of people, check in on your folks. Call your parents. If you're blessed enough to have them still on this earth, call your parents. So I called him yesterday just to check in. I try to do it every week with both my mom and my dad, but I called my dad and, you know, we talked for a good hour, and he gave me a good topic for this podcast. So I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to continue lifting. I'm going to continue to work out for you guys as well. So, So stay tuned. After I get done with legs, I'm gonna move over. I'm gonna get warmed up first, and then I'll come back on the camera to talk to you guys about that topic. So stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I haven't made it to the free weights yet. I want to make sure that I can show you guys that I can do other machines. So on this segment, I do have a music review. One thing that I'm trying to incorporate with the show is try to talk about the song that I listen to first when I step into the gym, when I get ready to lock in and get ready to do my thing. What song is that, right? Everybody has their go-to song when they first get to the gym and lock in. Now for me, I alternate. I don't do the same song every time I come here, no. I do alternate depending on the song that is available. So the song that I'm going to review it's Dr. Dre, Nipsey Hussle, Ty Dolla $ign, Diamonds Mine. And that song is from the GTA expansion that they did, and Dr. Dre acted in the game, right? Good. That's a good moment too. So I'm gonna review it. That's my go-to song. That's my first song. That is the song that I listen to first when I first get started working out. It is a song. Pretty much, it's a song about hustling, really. Hustling, making money. Dr. Dre, in his raps and rhymes in the song, he is reminding everybody that he is still Dre, pun intended, because there's a song called Still Dre. So he just reminding people that he's still the GOAT, he's still the man, right? I like the beat because it goes hard. I like the beat because it gets me in that mood. I like the beat because it just gets me in my, oh, I'm about to go hard in this workout. That's what that song does to me when I listen to it. The beat, the rhyme, Ty Dolla $ign doing the hook on the song is really, really amazing. It kind of reminds you of, you know, old school California vibes a little bit. And it just gets you in that mood, right? Like, hey, I'm about to fuck some shit up in the gym. You know, that's what I like to listen to. So, very good song. It's available now on all audio platforms you get your music from, but I like it. It's my go-to. That whole album, because Dr. Dre made an album about, for GTA, when he did the expansion. He made a boatload of money too. So, I like it when artists are in video games and they're doing expansions and they're doing their moments of getting into the video game. That's really cool. All right, so what I'm doing is typical. I've done this before on the show. This is the lat pull down. This helps with your back, as you guys can see. It helps with your back and your core, as I'm flexing for y'all right now. You know, your back and your core and your muscles. That's what this lat pull down does to me, so I can do this, you know. So, this is my warm-up, part of the warm-up, because you can feel it. It burns. This shit hurts. It's not hurting my back, it's helping my back. But when I say it hurts, it just, you know, you're lifting, your pull downs. You want to have your back kind of straight or kind of tilted back a little bit. You don't want to be down too far down. You don't want to do this. That's something you don't want to do because you're going to really hurt your back. But this is just a simple back exercise. And let me tell you fellas something. The ladies, they love a nice back. When your back look good, and she say, baby, let me rub on your back real quick. Let me put that lotion on, you know. that gets you into that mood, you know. So now I'm starting to do my regulars on heavier weights because this allows me to, this is how you gain muscle. You start small, right? Start small, but then you gradually increases your weight, you know. So, that's what I do. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do the lat pull down. You like it, you like it. Forever my girl, I wanna be forever your man. I do. Come on. Always be, yeah. I'll be running. Still love. Right. Already in love with you. All right. Ready to go? We ready to go. Segment time. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Kennedy Lucas Lift Mindset Podcast. I was like, what show are we doing? Thank y'all again for staying tuned, man. You know, you guys are great. I love you guys. So I got a very good topic to talk about here on the podcast while I live for you guys. So the one thing I started to do, as along with my already busy schedule that I got coming up, I started to prioritize myself, ladies and gentlemen. I am on the impression that, you know, I start to take care of myself. And when I say about taking care of myself, you know, my body is right. As you guys can see, got the nice little haircut in, you know. Shout out to Fadeologist for that too. But I also work on myself mentally, you know. And if you guys know on my social media, I post about self-dating, and So far, I'm here to say that it has been fun to do self-dating. And I don't do self-dating out of pity. I don't do self-dating out of sadness. I don't do self-dating out of loneliness, I guess is what some people might think. I do it because it allows me to be comfortable within myself, right? And I think going forward, number one, I'm going to be careful about what I talk about and what I say, because I know it affects people, right? I know it hurts some people's feelings, and I apologize to a lot of my fans who watched the show and I said something odd and they didn't quite like it. I'll be honest with you, when I talked about the white girl fetish segment, my podcast partner, Evelyn, she had some choice words for me, so shout out to you. But she set me straight. So I'm learning to be careful, right? Learning to be a little careful about what I say and how I say it. So if you guys know, I've been doing self-dating, and basically what it is, I encourage everybody to do it, man, female, or if you identify as they, them, we don't discriminate, or we don't gentrify, I meant to say. I think everyone should try doing self-dating because it is, number one, it's fun to do. Number two, it's just you, right? You don't have to worry about really anybody else. And I'm always gonna say, once you do self-dating, you can pretty much do anything, right? So if you guys know, I went on a solo trip this past May. I went out the country. I went to Cancun. And it was fun. It was vacation for me, so I got to relax a little bit. Yeah. Sorry. I got y'all in a minute. Hold on. Because when I'm hunched over, it's hard for me to speak. Okay. So I went to Cancun by myself, and it was fun because, I was able to go to the airport with ease. I was able to get checked in with ease. I was able to travel to a different country that speaks a wholly different language with ease. And I slept like an angel that whole week because, it was a resort bed, and I was at poolside pretty much every day and eating every day. So fantastic. We'll do that definitely again next year. Me and my squad, though, we're actually thinking about going on a cruise next year. So I'll travel out the country, but I think I'm gonna take my squad because they really want to do a cruise. So we're gonna make that happen. So, the reason why I say that, it's okay to do trips by yourself. It's okay to go on a self-date by yourself. So I only say that to say I've been on 2 self-dates. I've been on 2 self-dates so far. Last week, I went and saw The Odyssey by myself. Long movie, but it was great. It was fantastic. And then last week, I went to one of my favorite spots, Little Alley Steakhouse. Not the one in Roswell, the one in Buckhead. That's where the money at. Gladly, I went over there because I love Little Alley Steakhouse. I love the vibe. I love the food. I like the eccentric part of it. It's expensive, right? I remember that, and this new exercise I'm about to show y'all, this is what I call the military stance bicep curl. So basically what I do here is I stand up like I'm about to salute, like I'm a soldier, and then I kind of come over and do this. What does this help? It helps your back and it helps your curls a little bit better. I mean, you can go like this, right? But I'm gonna go, I stand up straight. And one thing I'm working on, guys, is my posture. And I'm doing this number here. But like what I was saying, Little Alex Steakhouse in Buckhead is fantastic. I took my mom on Mother's Day. And for her, there's no limit for her. That ticket was like $250 for her, because of course, obviously, I paid for her meal and whatnot. So very, very fantastic to go. Great date spot. Don't get me wrong. Great date spot. If you got a lucky person in your life, great date spot. So I went there as a solo date. I went there as a self date. And what I did, I made a reservation. I made that reservation. I went there at my reservation and they sat me down and, you know, I had a good time. I enjoyed the food that I ordered. I enjoyed the ambiance of people. I could tell it was interesting because there was tables around me that I could tell that they're all like work colleagues, so they went out to dinner and stuff. I don't think I ever really go out with colleagues on a work dinner. We see each other throughout the day in the office. I don't want to spend extra time with you after 5 o'clock. And it's nothing against my coworkers or nothing like that. It's just after 5 o'clock, I'm clocked out, right? And I will say, be careful if you work in corporate or you work a job and they treat you out to dinner as a dinner function. Be careful of that because they'll try. That's people's opportunity to get to know you and get to know what you do. So just be careful. I wouldn't personally, because after 5 o'clock, that's my time. I don't want to dedicate any more time than I have to, right? But that's just me personally. Besides the point, the ambiance was nice, the music was popping, and I was able to have a good time. And I doubt that she's watching the episode, but shout out to my waiter or my waitress rather, because she was such a sweetheart. So her name's Callie, shout out to her. And she said something so slick too. She said, it was so slick how she did it. So she came up to me and she said, "So, are you opting in for your usual steak?" And I've been to Little Alley Steakhouse like 10 times already. But it was how the way she played it was really, really nice. That's good customer service and that's a good sales pitch. I think she should use more of that. Very, very smart sales pitch that she did. But then I said, no, I'm gonna opt in to get what I normally get. And, you know, we were chit-chatting it up. And, you know, she asked me, you know, are you celebrating anything? I said, no. Well, okay, I'll take that back. I'm celebrating life. I'm celebrating being blessed enough to treat myself. I'm celebrating my peace, my abundance, my mentality, and my patience is what I'm celebrating, right? I'm celebrating that, yeah, I'm single, but I'm happy being single because I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and not have to look over my shoulder, right? So I guess you could say I'm celebrating something, right? So when I told her that, you know, she was very excited. Then to give you guys some context clues, when I made the reservation, the lady on the other end of the phone, I asked her, yeah, I got a reservation for one, and she was shooketh when I said that. I said, yeah, there's a reservation for one, it's just me. And that date night last week was good because I got dressed. I put on my most fitted shirt. I put on some slacks and my dress shoes just to go on a self date, right? And I look spiffy too. Now I didn't have my hair cut like I do now, which I'm sad about because I didn't have a haircut. Because shout out to my guy Byron, he wasn't available when I went on this date, but I was able to get dressed, my best fit, just to go on this self date. Because you got to think about it. Little Alley Steakhouse, it is a fancy restaurant, so you kind of want to look good. Because, I mean, when you pull up, my beautiful hot red Mazda Miata with the top down, you know how I roll. I was pulling up and they have valet, so you have to valet your car, and you know it's fancy. It's uppity restaurant, so yes, you got to go all out. So I ended up pulling up, top down, fully dressed, hot as hell, but top down. They valeted my car. I went in and, you know, they waited me and then Callie came over. So I ordered the beige chicken, right? So it's like the 3 pieces of chicken breast with some green beans, with some almond nuts on it, and some mashed potatoes. Very, very good. I had the truffle fries. I had the bread. I didn't have any wine because she did say, "Are you drinking?" I said, "Well, I don't drink." That's one thing about me, guys. I don't drink anymore. I just don't. Do I drink? Can I drink? Yes. Have I drunk this year? Yes. When I went to Cancun, but I don't drink as heavy anymore because my health is important. When you are losing weight and you're gaining muscle and you're at the gym, you don't drink alcohol, right? You just don't, because that's not really a good mix. So I was able to go out and get the great food, and then Callie comes over, and we were chit-chatting it up. And Callie, I hope she's watching. She's cute. She's a cutie patootie. I would date someone like her. She goes over, and she says that, hey, we're ready for the check, and she was like, yeah, maybe you should go on a walk after your dinner. I was like, no, I got to go right back to Gwinnett County, in that area for a film shoot. Later that evening we had to do. And turns out she went to the same technical program. So I went to a technical program to study photography. Shout out to you, Miss Connie, so I'm sure you're watching. And she went to the same technical program, and she studied photography. So we were chit-chatting about that, and she tells me that she had a son, right? And mind you, this girl, she looked like she could pass for 24, 25. Turns out she's 29, right? And had a kid. And the old me would say like, "Ooh, you got a kid? That's a cut," right? The old me would say that. But I can't say that anymore. I can't say that anymore because it's so important. And the whole topic of conversation on this topic is that now I don't offend, or I don't care if someone that is very gorgeous, because Callie that works at Little Alley Steakhouse, she was very gorgeous to me. Whew. I don't care that she had a kid, because my value and my ideas have changed. And it's maybe because, shout out to my big brother, hopefully he don't mind me saying, he's dating his new girlfriend, and the new girlfriend has a kid, and my stepsister has twins, so I'm kind of an uncle, and it just kind of, not saying that I got baby fever, I ain't ready for that shit, nah. But what I am saying is I don't mind it so much, right? And she was sweet. We got her name. I meant to get her number, but I was on a self-date, because my purpose of the self-date is to be by myself on this date, not out trying to holler at a girl and get a girlfriend. No, that's not the purpose of my self-date. That is not my alignment. That is not the assignment that God wanted me to do on this self-date. The assignment on this self-date is to understand myself and being comfortable being alone, because you become stronger. That's the deal. That's the idea, right? So that's why I learned to calm it down, and I learned to do my thing here. But she told me she had a kid, and the one thing I asked her, that's cool, what's your son's name? I really got to know her kid. Now, I don't know too much about her kid, right? But she told me a little bit about her kid, and she said that's her little monster in a good way, right? I say that to say this. And my dad and I had a conversation about my self-date, and had a conversation about this. And my dad said that you can't judge somebody that could potentially be your next girlfriend, or can potentially be your next wife, all because she has a kid. Because you got to remember, the ladies out there that have kids, they're grown. They're learning a lot about maturity. They're learning a lot about adulthood. They're learning a lot about themselves. And, I don't know, Kelly could have had a whole boyfriend at home waiting for her to come home. I don't know. Or she could have been where she's doing single mom, right? She's a single mom, maybe. and the dad's around just to take care of the kids because he legally have to, but there's nothing more to that, right? So that's why it is important to not judge people with kids. And I don't, right? I don't judge people with kids because you just never know. I've been there where I've tried to get to know girls that don't have kids, and you know, it never goes nowhere because of the generation that we're in. Some girls, some guys and girls, they don't want a real relationship. They just want to fuck around, and you know. Now, and I'm not saying that I'm ready to become a father. No, I'm far from that. But I learned to give women who have kids a shot if they're somehow feeling your boy. And my dad said that, you know, it's tricky because A, you don't want the baby daddy to be a crazy man where if you're getting that kid a gift or something, the baby daddy feels some sort of jealousy, right? My dad also said you've got to be mentally and physically ready to embark on that world because my dad said it best, it is a package deal, right? It's a package deal when it comes down to dating somebody with a kid. And it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder a lot. It makes me wonder that, you know, will that be the future of me? I don't know. I don't know what this future leads. I don't know what my next girlfriend will be. I don't know. But Callie would be somebody I would date. Sure. So she goes to tell me that she's continuing her education. She goes to Georgia State. But it's good that she's getting that education because I'm sure she don't want to be a waiter all her life supporting her kid working at a little alley steakhouse. I'm sure she wants to go and do something higher, right? But after that interaction, it kind of gave me a little bit of reassurance. It kind of gave me a different perspective on life. And that's what I'm learning, right? That's what I'm learning. And it doesn't have to be to where, you know, it could be a woman with kids, or if she's white, black, green, purple. My perspective has changed for the greater good because I've been praying. I've been praying on it for a while, you know. And you really get to learn a lot about yourself. You do. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about you as a man, or me as a man, right? And it's one of the things that I don't gush over women as much. Like these two women that just walked past me just now. Normally I would be like, ooh, I'm nervous. Ooh, they're cute. I don't gush over women anymore. Not to say that, you know, I'm not interested in women. That's not what I'm saying. It's just I've learned myself to be at peace by myself for a moment because it allows me to think. It allows me to become stronger. And with the haircut and the me getting a little bit swole, right? Women look, they see it. But you got to continue to, don't be jerks to women. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got to continue to be within your own skin, right? Because if you learn to be within your own skin, they'll come around eventually, right? When I go back to Little Alley Steakhouse, maybe next week, hopefully Callie becomes my waitress. I'm gonna ask her, hey, how's your son? Right? Because my perspective has changed, right? A lot has changed within the last few weeks. Again, because I went to church and I had a lot of friends give me their point of view on how they felt about the topics I've been talking about, right? So, I don't know. Things change, right? Things change. And life changes, right? So, but I will say, and this ain't controversial, do I want a girlfriend? Yeah. Am I horny as fuck as a 30-year-old? Hell yeah. But I learned to contain that. I learned to be blissful in abundance and don't fall into sin and temptation, right? So let me know what you guys think. You know, that's just what I've been feeling. I will do more exercises. I'm gonna take a break from the camera so I can focus back, but I'll be back to give you guys another segment, so stay tuned. All right, let's end this pod. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Just like that. It's been rather a up arm day, which is good, you know. It is fantastic to do an up and arm day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you guys enjoyed the podcast this episode. I know it's been a minute since I've done an episode, but I'm thankful, and hopefully you guys like the last segment. You know, I was really thinking from the heart on that one. You know, it is about your mindset. It is about your perspective changing, and even some of my friends, I meant to mention that he was joking, but he was serious. He was like, "Yeah, Kennedy, you got a lot of growing up to do," and it makes sense. I get it. It makes sense. I've had a way of thinking, a way of life, and that stuff is changing, and it's changing for the better. You know, I have a lot of things I got to work out. You know, everybody has a lot of things they got to work out. So I'm excited, and I'm happy about it, and it feels good to finally get to the moment where, you know, it's okay to be single. It's okay to be alone for a second. It's okay to do things by yourself, you know. And it's not out of sadness. It's not out of angriness, but it's about, you know, abundance, you know. So my life is changing, and there's a lot of great things that are happening. So, and I'm very thankful that, you know, I got my health. I'm very thankful that I've got my wits and my wits about me. I'm really happy about my haircut. Just something about going to go get your haircut. It just makes you feel confident, and it just makes you like you. Yeah, I don't know. I love having a haircut when I need it, because I desperately needed a haircut. Because I like looking good. I do. I like looking good in the gym. I like looking my best, and I try to get things on camera and work out for you guys, for the greater good of things. And it's amazing. Crunch, they're amazing about me recording in here and doing an episode. Hopefully I didn't hurt their feelings too much, because I still stand by it. The booty challenge, that is the dumbest shit ever. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I know I talked about it on the podcast, but I can't wait until that competition's over with. I get the concept of needing to win $1,000, right? Because that's rent money to a lot of people, right? But I just don't. I hope Crunch, and along with Planet Fitness and all the gyms, don't sexualize going to the gym, because it's not a place where it should be sexualized, and it is, right? It's our fault, right? It's the people with the camera's fault that some of the gyms and some of the content that you see on social media, it is sexualized, right? And I said it on the podcast, the other Coffee Talk podcast, and I stand by that. You know, working out and capturing it on camera, you should be able to teach people how to do certain things. Now, with my camera that is on right now, it is just, for me, it's a podcast. So, and I'm working out and I'm talking about stuff. And yeah, you see my arms and my muscles, yes, but I'm not sexualizing my outfit or what I look like in the gym, right? And I just wish that we didn't do it. I wish it wasn't a thing, right? And I don't know, you know, a lot of women are competing for it, and they're trying to see whose ass is the fattest, whose ass is the plumbest on social media, and then they tag in hopes of winning the $1,000, right? I'm still believing in it. It's just very sexualized, and I just believe that, and like I say, women can do what they want to do, men can do what they want to do. I'm not saying that women can't do what they want to do. I just think you can't, for men and women, you can't sexualize something and then scream Bloody Mary when dudes or when guys or gals looking, and then they get weirded out because they're looking. Well, yeah, you're doing it for content, right? And let me tell you, I see that, and I had to filter out my TikTok and my social media, because that's all I would see. Like when I would follow gym girlies and gym bros that work out and they look good, and I want to follow that routine, it filters in also men with shirtless photos and damn near their pants damn near the end or the tip of their penis, right? So you can see their V line, right? very sexualized. It makes you think, like, what are you thinking, right? And for my women, again, I'm not attacking women, but the same thing with women, but it's half naked. It barely, bra and panties look like. And it's, hey, I'm at the gym, it's my gym fit, no one can say anything, but it looks like something else. And I just don't want gym culture. I'm not saying that gym culture can't record themselves working out. For me, I'm doing it right now, but I'm performing and talking, and I'm turning this into a podcast. If you are a content creator and a gym influencer and you do it the right way, by all means, I'm for that. But if all I see is shirtless photos of guys and their shorts are low-waisted so you can see your pelvic line, or if it's women that the camera's on their ass and not really on the workout that they're doing, then that's a different thing, right? And I just don't want crunch to be indulged into that, because it is fatigue. I'm kind of getting fatigue of it, so that's why I filter these things out, because there's more things to post on social media than that stuff. It gets exhausting after a while. It does. So, I don't know. That is just what we see. That's what we see in today's climax, and it's unfortunate that it happens, but it does happen. If you are competing the booty challenge, I guess congratulations. I mean, there's millions of people that are competing for that, so if you're one of the lucky ones, you're one of the lucky ones. I do like it when Crunch because I did enter a competition last year when they were giving away a car. Like, I did enter that competition because that's a free car. But besides the point, gym culture, it is what it is, But I hope that everyone enjoyed this podcast. I love you guys so very much. Thank y'all so much. We've got a lot of content this week. We got Ned McCain. We got Coffee Talk in the evening with me. You got this show. You got What Happened Was with me and Evelyn. Our last 2 episodes of the season is coming up. So we got a lot of great content coming for y'all this week. So you guys have a blessed, excuse me, let's try that again. You guys have a blessed week. Stay humble, stay highly favored. I love you guys, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode of Kennedy Lucas Lift Mindset podcast, powered and presented by Her Media. Till then, stay swanky, y'all. Peace out. Mm.